All right, guys, let's get into this Corey Perry contract signing with Chicago. So, what's going on, Anaheim Ducks Nation? What's going on, RWA? Your boy Jordan Trask back for another video here, and tonight we're going to talk about Corey Perry signing 1 year deal contract with the Chicago Blackhawks after trade yesterday. And I know we're off to July tomorrow because I know it could be a good day to start the digital week of the weekend. So let's get into this point. So, all right. We know we're off to the first month of July 2023, so we can have the start of the weekend of July 2023. But I know tomorrow's going to be a sad day of missing Tyler Skaggs, one of our former pitchers from the Angels. I know it's going to be a sad day tomorrow, but we'll just have a good time tomorrow for the first month of July 2023 ever because we're off to July because we are off to July. June days are done. And that's all. So we're done with June. We're off to July. That's all. We always got it. And also, when we get into this point, like at the end of the day, Corey Perry was part of the teammate with Ryan Getzlaf, John Sebastian Jaguar, Scott Niedermeyer, Cam Fowler, also Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn, and then also Steven Stamkos, Nikita Kucherov, Carey Price, Brendan Gallagher. Yeah, and then Eric Stahl, much as Andrew Cogliano, also as part of a deal, um, much as to Timu Solani, indeed, of course. And then also putting up Josh Bailey and Taylor Hall, Connor Bedard, and then Nick Foligno, and then Seth Jones. Because I know I'm waiting on the Jonathan Toews signing on decision with the Anaheim Ducks. Is sign Jonathan Toews or not? Because Jonathan Toews wants to be an Anaheim Duck. When Corey Perry got his one ring with us with Anaheim in 07, we got the first Stanley Cup ring in 2007 against Ottawa. And then Jonathan Toews got 3 Stanley Cup rings with Chicago, but Patrick Kane's got 3 too. He's in New York. It's like that, of course. Much as to Rickard Rakell, Hampus Lindholm, Jacob Silverberg, Ryan Kessler, yeah. And also, going with Sakura somehow. That's what everyone wants. You know what? What this team does is the Blackhawks going at Corey Perry in a trade involved with Tampa is setting the Laning a 2024 draft pick of number 7 in 2024. And with that being said enough, so we talked about this, so I keep an updated on it. When it's like Andrew Shaw, yeah, it was like Andrew Shaw the other day. And also you got Ross Colton, and then Ryan Johansson. All the guys who got traded away and moved away, they're all in the free agency market. It compares to this because we all know it's going to be July month first. So we're off to the first ever month of July 2023 because June days are over. And we're going to start the July weekends because I know it's going to be a sadness of 4 years without our former Angel pitcher that played with us a couple of years ago, Tyler Skaggs. Yeah, we go with baseball because my Angels is already losing to the Diamondbacks. Because I know we're losing to the D-backs because they're a good team. We can beat them tomorrow for somehow or Sunday. And then we got Padres and Dodgers in the All-Star Monday Night Baseball game are going to the Angels and Yankees. And then October, going to the Chargers and Bears game for somehow. Yeah. Got like 4 months away from now on. And then also going to a preseason hockey game at Pechanga Arena for the first time. The Anaheim Ducks playing the Los Angeles Kings. And also, yeah, because Pierre-Luc Dubois got traded to the LA Kings. Andrew Agozzino goes back to Anaheim, sending Andre Schuster to San Jose. Mackenzie Blackwood going to the San Jose Sharks from the New Jersey Devils. I can believe about this because you know what? At the end of the day, it's not that enough. But also, not to forget about my first ever Clipper game in basketball in December against Washington. And also, we have to know about this because their team with the Chicago Blackhawks doesn't. But like the Pittsburgh Penguins getting Riley Smith to partner up with Jeff Carter, Rickard Rakell, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Chris Letang. Yeah, that's how you get that. But from now on, I have to say this. Like, how cool it is, how good it is, how great it is. how passionable it is for somehow like Detroit Red Wings buy out Yamamoto after they traded for Yamamoto from Edmonton, then buy him out. Because you know what the point is? You know what's cool? What the Anaheim Ducks does is go after Jonathan Toews after Chicago getting Corey Perry in an involvement trade with Tampa Bay to send the draft pick number 7 of the 2024 draft to Tampa in exchange for Corey Perry. Corey Perry's got 1-year contract signed with Chicago since Nick Foligno and Taylor Hall joining Connor Bedard lines, much as Josh Bailey. Yeah. You know, it's not that enough at the end of the day because, you know, we took it because Blackhawks lost Duncan Keith. But I know Patrick King's in New York. Jonathan coming to Anaheim. But yeah, Patrick Kane's in New York. Duncan Keith retired. Marian Hossa retired. Corey Crawford retired. And there you go. See, there you have it. Because that's not the whole situation like everyone does. But, you know, when Corey Perry had lost 2 Stanley Cups to Tampa Bay twice, but I know he's lost to the Blackhawks since one time, 2015 Western Conference Final since we lost to Chicago. But I know. Because remember, okay, let's get into this. Remember what happened to Corey Perry when he took Marian Hossa's stick away? He dropped it after he took Hossa's stick away. Like, he did take Hossa's stick away if it was Corey Perry. And, you know, Corey Perry was almost getting a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct for taking the stick away from Hossa, and then he dropped it. And you know what? What's for now, like, when this Anaheim Ducks team with Corey Perry against the Chicago Blackhawks, right before Corey Perry was becoming a future Blackhawk. But then he lost to them in 2015 in 7 games in the Western Conference Final. And I know, Corey Perry can't beat Colorado in the Stanley Cup Finals, can't beat Tampa twice, also can't beat Chicago in the conference final. Like, who cares? Besides our longtime captain, Ryan Getzlaf. Yeah, Ryan Getzlaf and Chris Pronger, of course. And you know what? With that being said, like, Chris Pronger, Ryan Getzlaf, Scott Niedermayer, Rob Niedermayer, the Niedermayer bros, they know it. Like J.A. Jaguar and Bruce Malov, Dustin Benner. Ugh. Anyway, let me get into more point of this. When Corey Perry was drafted in 2003 by Anaheim with Ryan Getzlaf, they know that Corey Perry was going to be a future Chicago Blackhawk. But yeah, he was going to be a future Blackhawk. And you know that because Corey Perry, a future Chicago Blackhawk player in Windy City. But he was with Montreal, he was with Dallas, Tampa, and then Chicago. Anaheim had Corey Perry, but then he realized he was getting a buyout contract by Anaheim since the Bob Murray era. We don't need to talk about Bob Murray anymore because of his investigation. So Corey Perry was a Hart Trophy winner. Yes, everyone knows that Perry was a Hart Trophy winner in 2011 because you know what everyone does is just take it all the advantage, so you know it because that is indeed to deal with it. So you didn't beat Nashville in 2017, 2016, 2011. And then you beat Edmonton since getting the revenge against the Oilers in 2017 from 2006, from the conference final to the semifinals. But then in 2017, you got the game-winning goal in Game 5 in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and then you had to put the Anaheim Ducks to 7 games win over Edmonton. And then you had to go pull it over inside, and then you had to go pull a goalie before you make a comeback. They call it the Catella comeback. That's all you did because you know what? If you're an Anaheim Ducks fan like I am, much as to my Anaheim Ducks fans, Long California Pokemon Girl, Dashy Sports, Bodog, and also SoCal 27, yeah. Also Andy Smith too, by the way. But you know what? You call it the Catella comeback against the Oilers in Game 5 from May 5th, Cinco de Mayo 2017 on Friday night. And then you lost them in Game 6, and then you started to get forced in Game 7, and then you wanted 7 games against the Oilers. And then that's how Corey Perry owns the entire Calgary Flames team since he was with Anaheim at the same time. 2006, 2015, yes, you're right. 2017, yeah, you are right. And you know it for somehow. And then in Colorado in 2006, you did what the Anaheim Ducks is known the old name, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Because, yeah, like in 2006, so you know how it went when you lost to the Avalanche in 2022 Stanley Cup Final with Tampa. Can't deal with it because, you beat Toronto in 2021. You own the Winnipeg. Corey Perry's the biggest Winnipeg Jets slayer ever because he was owning the Jets franchise since with Anaheim in 2015 and then Montreal in 2021. He's a Winnipeg Jets slayer. Yes, in 2015 and 2021. This is how it happens. So with that being said, I know about this. Corey Perry becomes another Calgary Flames slayer by Corey Perry. Because they call him the Worm. Yes, they call him the Worm for somehow. They know. Oh, then yeah, because he was going to be a Detroit Red Wings slayer too. Because he didn't beat him, but he did beat him twice. And he didn't beat him, twice. He beat him one time in 2007. But then Corey Perry was going at Marian Hossa. Or it was Ryan Getzlaf that got after Marian Hossa. Or Henrik Sedin. Whoever. If you're knowing this, Corey Perry, what he did was putting it out there. But then he was a Shark Slayer. But yeah, he was the San Jose Shark Slayer because Corey Perry putted the Anaheim Ducks to win 6 games against the Sharks in 2009 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Because that's what I mean. People wanted to tell about Corey Perry's situation. That's not even that quick. And then in 2018, with the Anaheim Ducks, you got swept by San Jose. And in 2019, you received a buyout because you're on an injured reserve. Because that's what happens. And also, Corey Perry, you are a Canucks slayer. But yeah, you're the Vancouver Canucks slayer since you owned them in 2007. You became a Minnesota Wild slayer when you owned them in 2007. And yeah, you became a Dallas Stars slayer since 2014 when you gave them a payback for beating us in Game 6 in the 2008 Stanley Cup playoffs. And then you had to not figure this out because you know what? At the end of the day, I've talked about this like Corey Perry wanted to because he does it. He knows how he wants to talk about it because all the Ducks fans, all the Blackhawk fans, all the Lightning fans, Canadian fans, Dallas Stars fans want to talk about Corey Perry. Fine. I will hear this too. Corey Perry didn't beat LA, but no, he didn't beat LA in 2014 because the Ducks were forced by LA in Game 7. Before you beat LA in Game 7 or you don't beat LA in Game 7. Are you serious? What Anaheim wants is to beat Dallas in 6 games for a payback in 2008 for the revenge. And then, like in 2007, you became the Ottawa Senators slayer when you slayed Ottawa in 2007 in Game 5 when Anaheim won the first Stanley Cup for us. And in all the details that matters, however, you know it. And that's why I got to say this, so you know what it is meant to be anything. And you know how it is when you were with Kevin BX, Antoine Vermette, and also Chris Stewart, also Andre Kasha, Brandon Montour. Yeah, you were with the other players for somehow. And also, Todd Bertuzzi, you ever say it, all the time. And I meant to know because I know it's all over the place. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to head out. So it's your boy, Jordan Trask. Peace, fly together, and let's go Ducks. Corey Perry signs with Chicago on a 1-year contract.